Check, check. One, two. Check, 1, 2.
Downstairs. Are you good to do camera? Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Daytona Beach, Florida, Daytona Ice Arena. Jordan Shepard joined alongside Andrew Caputo. Got an ACHA D3 SCHE matchup between Tampa and Embry-Riddle. Tampa comes in ranked number 3. Embry-Riddle ranked number 6. Caputo.
There's a lot of letters in that title for the matchup, but
yeah.
Should be a pretty exciting one. I think the last time we played these, there was more than a few ejections, so it should be physical, it should be fierce, and it should be one of the best the ACHA South has to offer.
Ryan Knapp gets the puck in deep into the glove. Salgado is going to hold on for a whistle. Ryan Marks is not here yet.
He's close.
He had something going on with ROTC before the game, so Turner Kaufman started the game with Brentley Miller and Alex Fowler on that first line. Jack Boken is wearing number 20 because he forgot his jersey, so those are the two notable things, in addition to Remy Hautaw being out because he has to serve a one-game suspension. Here's Parrish down the left wing for Tampa. Now behind the net, gets it back to the line for Kukas. He's going to take a shot that went off the skate of Miller into the left corner. Tampa regains possession. Backhand in front was broken up by Boken. He comes back the other way, tried to give it to Fowler. That was intercepted by Ritter, and now here's Parrish trying to cut to the middle on Knapp. That hit his skate. Knapp flips it back out into the neutral zone. Miller off the boards. Into the Tampa zone. Kukas will go D to D with Ritter. Fowler on the forecheck.
Bit of a scary pinch there by Ryan Knapp on that potential 2-on-1.
Yeah, it was a good play, though. He got an escape. Flaherty fires it over the glass and out of play. And, I think this team has really gelled a lot in the last few weeks, especially the back end. And, they had a couple guys out, but they're still playing really steady, stable hockey.
Yeah, no, I have to agree. I mean, it's there's a few guys missing tonight. Notably alternate captain Jeremy Kearson's out, defenseman Colin Bridges, but the depth has really gotten a chance to kind of work their way in previous games. So it's not that fatal really. These guys have been well tested so far.
Puck is sent in deep. Crockett has it in the right corner for Tampa, played behind the net. McCarthy tried to get it, played off the boards by Kyle Usiak, and unable to hold it in was Nick Rittenhouse on D, and now Davis has it. He plays it off the boards in the neutral zone, and it's sent in deep. Bryce Corner back with it in front of Minervini. Turns it over, takes a shot. Crockett deflected that one out. That was deflected out of play, and we will remain shotless in the first period.
That was a bit of a close call. It's a rare gaff there for Bryce Corner, but he luckily made it back and made the block, so Minervini didn't have to.
Yeah, he's been really good this year. The freshman defenseman helping shore up that back end. One of many. Puck shot back in the right wing corner. Ben Malcheski plays it up the boards, and here's Kyle Usiak. Couldn't get it out. Held in at the line there. Now here's McCarthy for Tampa. Cuts the mill, takes a shot. Pad save by Minervini. Rebound, and he's going to hold on, and that's 2 shots for Tampa.
2 very high-quality chances, too, so Minervini had to be sharp there on those first 2. And Tampa's showing that they are going to be difficult in standing up at the blue line, not letting the Eagles break out easily or even chip the puck out easily.
Tampa comes into this game with a 10-3-1 record and a 5-2-0 road record, so they've been pretty good away from their home on the West Coast. Embry-Riddle comes into this game with an 8-3 home record, so both teams are very strong in said categories tonight. Puck's in the left wing corner. Now Adrian Deborah will come through for Embry-Riddle. Unable to get that pass through to Kaufman. Ebner was caught pinching, and here's a 2-on-1 for Tampa. There's a shot by Wallman. Scores. No! They're going to wave it off. They're going to say that the net was off. There's not even going to be any discussion at all. Wallman went right in around Wyatt Ebner, and he beat Minervini to the far side, but the net came off.
I'm not exactly sure. I didn't even really catch who put it off there. I'm not sure if it was put off by the Eagles. I mean, the faceoff's in the end here, and the Eagles were able to make a change, it looked like, so can't really say that it was Embry-Riddle's fault per se, but they were pretty adamant and pretty quick about waving it off.
Yeah,
so
it was
no
a
discussion,
decision,
really.
Yeah. Kaufman won that draw, and now Ebner has it behind the net. He plays it over to Malcheski, who's playing D tonight. Puck played off the boards, and this will be icing, and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, at that point, you kind of a little bit late to make that call. You got to figure that once the players are both past the bottom of the circles, they're gonna play for that puck, whether you blow the whistle or not.
Yeah, it was a very late whistle, and it was a very slow play. And Ryan Marks is just coming onto the ice right now.
And that'll be a very important addition, stabilizing the center line. Turner Kaufman having to double shift himself here on multiple lines, so he won't have to do that any longer. Things should return to relatively normal here.
Lytle lost that draw. Ellis takes a shot from the point that was deflected away. Uchiga in the corner now for Tampa. Battles there with Turner Kaufman. Puck came out in front. Ellis unable to hold it in for Tampa, and it'll come back into the neutral zone. Ellis, near side. Marcianti now for Tampa. Gives it back to Ellis in the neutral zone. Baranek, the leading point scorer for Tampa, 24 points coming into this game. Backhands that one into the neutral zone. Tampa's on the forecheck again. Jack Boken now wearing number 20. Special occasion for him. Now Grant Parrish will intercept that pass in the neutral zone. He's the number 2 point scorer for Tampa. Came into this game with 17 points.
And it definitely shows that these Tampa forwards are dangerous. It's one of the reasons why they are ranked very highly up in the ACHA South.
Baranek tried to center in front, and that was broken up. Alex Fowler has it on the far half wall. He's actually going to peel back and avoid a hit from Parrish and get hit the second time. Puck sits there. Fowler is unable to come away with it. Parrish threw it back behind the net. Tampa will remain on the forecheck. Catalina plays it down low for Baranek. Jack Boken comes away with it.
Nifty move there by Jack Boken.
Here's Ryan Marks near side, whiffed on that shot. That's probably because he just came on and hasn't warmed up.
Well, I would consider that his warm-up shot, and hopefully he can rally. It's rare you see him miss a shot like that. A nice, easy save there for Gallivardo.
Salgado comes into this game. He's got a .240 goals against average and an .895 save percentage, but a 2-1 record. Here comes Hoffberg, flips it up in the neutral zone, intercepted by corner, and now Riddle's coming the other way. Miller backhands it into the zone. Kukas will go D-to-D with Ritter. Tried to give that back to Hoffberg, and it went off the skate of Filardi and ends up behind the Riddle net. Ryan Marks now starts the breakout. Gets it up to corner, enters the zone. Corner tried to take a shot. He was caught from behind by McCarthy. Puck sits at the high slot. Brantley Miller takes the shot. Save made by Salgado. Corner unable to hold it in. Just going to have to send it right back in, and Riddle will go right back on the forecheck. Matt Silcox playing on that fourth line in center position, back after a very successful game where he did score a goal in a 7-1 win over Lynn University last week on Veterans Appreciation Nights.
And that was an absolutely fantastic night. Really a great opportunity to reach out into the community.
It was a very good showing. The players wore the camouflage jerseys. We took them off our backs after the game. The veterans had a unforgettable night. Here's Matt Silcox through the neutral zone, trying to get it in deep off the stick of Runhausen, out of play.
And, it's been a bit of a choppy first 5.5 minutes. I mean, Tampa's definitely controlled a lot of the play, but nothing's been sustained really by either team. It's been kind of interesting to see who's going to break through first.
14:32 to go in the first. Shots are 2-1 for Tampa. It'll be Silcox against Wuchiga, and Silcox won that draw, and it's backhanded in the zone by Ben Solomon. Davis now behind the net for Tampa. We'll start the breakout. Here's Wuchiga through the zone now. It's a 2-on-2. He's got Marcianti with him. Wuchiga try to cut to the middle. It was broken up there by Wyatt Ebner's stick. Unable to get it out, though, and now here's Wuchiga again. Goes behind the net now in the left corner. Centering pass, save made by Minervini. He holds on.
That's a solid save there by Minervini, too. He didn't really have a lot of time to set up on the cross-ice pass there. You can't be giving that up a lot in your own zone. The Eagles really need to be careful about that. The center needs to make sure he's covering that. And a good save there by Minervini to bail the team out. Team was kind of caught, I think, a little bit in the midst of a change, so it didn't seem like everybody was off, and some guys might have been tired.
Tampa won that draw. There's a shot by Baranek, and that's off the right pad or left pad of Minervini. And now Parrish on the forecheck. Knocks down Adam Letarte. Now puck ends up in the right corner. Parrish will cycle it back down low. Catalina left it for Baranek, who has it in the left corner. Baranek gives it to Parrish with a shot, wide of the net. Baranek, centering pass off the stick of Ellis, ends up behind the net. Boken lost it, and Ryan Knapp will send it down the ice, and icing waved off. Kyle Usiak first to that puck. In the left corner, he's bumped there by Rittenhouse, and now Adam Letarte gives him a shove.
It's already getting physical the first 7 minutes into the game.
Here's Catalina, right wing corner. Tried to throw it out in front, and it hit the side of the net. No Austin on him. Adam Letarte tries to lay a hit, and he got knocked down. Battle ensues in the corner. Bryce Corner in there as well. Some screaming from the crowd asking for a penalty. That puck is sent down the ice, and it will be on goal, so there will be no icing. It's played up the near side for Crockett.
That was a close call there when they played it, too. Almost a miscommunication.
Yeah. Pilardi turned it over. Here's an opportunity for Crockett for Tampa. Centering pass. Save made by Minervini. Rebound. Sits in the blue paint. And the whistle goes as the net looks like it came off again. But, wow, Tampa is all over Embry-Riddle right now.
And a few huge saves there by Minervini again, all the way up until the net came off again. And it looked like the puck again entered the net after the net was dislodged. So we're going to have a no goal on that play again. 2 times in the first, 7.5. You're glad that it, both times it didn't count, but you can't be liking the fact that the puck was entering your net 2 times and it was that close. Embry-Riddle really needs to shore up their defensive play. It's kind of been sloppy at best.
No, those are good breaks for the Eagles. They just got to take advantage of them. Kaufman won that draw against Hofberg, but he lost it. Now here's McCarthy, takes a long shot to the glove of Minervini. He holds on. That's the 7th shot of the period for Tampa. 12:21 to go in the first.
It's quickly climbing in favor of the Spartans, and you can see why. They've been really throwing their weight around.
Kaufman against Hofberg. Kaufman won that draw to the right wing corner. Now David Lytle picks it up off the boards. Chips it around Kuzlik, and now Lytle on a 2-on-1 takes a shot off the leg of Picariello for Tampa, and it ends up in the neutral zone. Bryce Corner now. Gave it to Lytle on the blue line. He's going to send it in deep. Adrian Deborah will go in on the forecheck. Kuzlik played it up off of Deborah's skate, and it ends up in the left corner. And now here's Crockett for Tampa trying to break out. Lost in his feet, got it back, and sends it down the ice. And that will be icing.
Good job by Filardi to get there and make sure he beat out the man for the ice. And it was a good forechecking pressure there from number 26. That being
Marcianti, yeah.
Marcianti there. I'm glad you said that name. I was going to probably take a swing at it and miss hard.
That's all right. Marks won that draw. Backhand by Ebner on net is bouncing around. It ends up on the left half wall. Back to Malcheski at the point. He's going to give it back to Marks. Hopped over his stick. Brantley Miller has it behind the net. Alex Fowler, right corner. Tried to leave it for Miller and unable to get it, but Fowler has it back behind the net. Now he's going to drop it for Miller. Miller back to Fowler. Back to line. Malcheski takes the shot well wide. Marks will pick it up on the far side. Ryan Marks takes the shot. Off Salgado and ends up beside the net. Centering pass for Marks. He scores! The cycle goes to work. Ryan Marks goes to the front of the net, and the Eagles answer.
I mean, really, not enough can be said about a great downward pressure there from the first line. I mean, great movement of the puck by Brantley Miller and Alex Fowler. Great drop to Miller, passed it back to Fowler. Fowler read it, threw it through the seam, and the captain does not miss often in a chance like that.
Well, I think the other thing, too, is Ben Malcheski holding those pucks in at the blue line.
And definitely, I mean, getting some credit from the back end, too. Don't mean to forget Malcheski by any means.
Puck sent in by Adam Letarte, played around the boards, and Jack Boken will get it in the neutral zone. Go D to D with Ryan Knapp. Kyle Usiak will backhand it in, and Ritter will pick it up for Tampa. In the left wing corner, he's going to go D to D. Stretch pass for Wallers was broken up there by Boken, and a good back check there by Letarte, or by Austin, excuse me. Left that puck for Letarte, now it ends up in the left corner for Kyle Usiak, who threw it out in front, and that was broken up. Puck was flipped into the neutral zone by Uchiga for Tampa, and now here's Marzianti tried to center in front. That hit the skate of Boken, and he's going to try and break out himself, which he's so good at, moving his feet and getting the puck out of the zone just with his own pure skill.
Yeah, I mean, Boken can wheel and deal like better than almost anyone I've seen my time here at Embry-Riddle.
Yeah. He can really make something out of nothing. You know, it's like he's got two guys on him. He's so good at protecting the puck with his body and really getting himself some open ice.
I mean, he'll definitely, as long as he's here, will be a cornerstone of the not only the Embry-Riddle blue line, but really even the offensive attack of Embry-Riddle.
Here's Parrish goes far side there for Matheson, and that was broken up. Parrish will try to break out again. This time he tried to give it to Baranek, and it hit the linesman. Parrish will go far side now. Woo! Mario Filardi lays a huge hit.
You think it's heating up? Maybe just a little bit?
Salgado's going to hold on. I was trying to see who that was for Tampa. I couldn't read the number, and
I don't think he's going to know what number he is after that.
Yeah, I don't think so either. You know, it's just a harmless play. You're coming in, and next thing you know, you got this big, strong defenseman running you through the glass, and you know it's Daytona. The glass tends to pop out anyway.
That's a testament to just how Filardi plays. I mean, you know, in a situation where you don't think you can lay a big hit, Mario finds a way.
Rittenhouse plays it up the boards for Tampa, and now here's Crockett. Through neutral zone, is going to dump it into Minervini, and he's just going to glove it and hold on with 9:01 to go in the first. So the shots were 7-1, they're now 7-6, and Embry-Riddle's got a goal on the board. Ever since we said, you know, they got to change things up, they did.
Well, I mean, you know, if that's what it took to say, I would have said it sooner, Shepard. I mean, honestly, it was definitely they've definitely done a better job. I have to say, I think Eagles tend to have trouble kind of starting games, so they're kind of starting to feel it a little bit more.
Davis tried to center that puck, and now here's David Lytle driving wide on Rittenhouse, and he's unable to get past him. Puck still ends up in the Tampa zone, and now Crockett will start the breakout. Crockett in over the blue line. Centering pass for McCarthy was out of his reach, and now here's a 2-on-2. Kaufman gives it to Lytle, tried to split the defense, and
that looked like an interference call to me.
That was Rittenhouse that got in the way of Lytle, and yeah, I'm with you on that. Looked like an interference call. Crockett will get it in behind the Embry-Riddle net. Ryan Knapp will pick it up. McCarthy threw it towards the net, saved by Minervini. Centering pass, and off the side of the net. That was Hoffberg that centered that one out in front.
And Minervini has no stick. Ryan Knapp gave him his stick.
So a long shot from the point was deflected wide. Sits at the side of the net, and they're going to get a whistle now as Minervini can get his stick back. And now we got some pushing and shoving. Ryan Knapp getting into it.
And Knapp has to be careful here. Not sure who started that there, but
it's Knapp and McCarthy that are both getting into it, and it looks like they're going to take both.
Well, I mean, in a game like this, that's understandable. You know, if guys are going to get into it and scrap a bit, you know, keep it even. You know, throw guys off evenly. Don't try to give one team or the other an advantage out of this.
Well, and that's kind of the difference. I mean, last week's game, there were a lot of just single penalties handed, not double penalties, one for each. So I think it's good to see that. I think they both deserve to go. And they're still talking in the box. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
And there must be some different stuff going on down at the ice that we're missing out here.
Going back to what we were talking about with the, with them really picking up their pace. I mean, everybody knows that they can hear what we're saying in the booth. So I'm with you on that. We should have just said it earlier.
Well, shoot, man. Like I said, if that's all it takes, man. This, this arena's got some good acoustics, so maybe they really just took the advice. But we'll see. This will be interesting here. I always love watching 4-on-4, so we'll get a chance to see some of that here.
We will skate 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. It'll be Nat Boken, corner, and Alex Fowler out there for Embry-Riddle for Tampa. It'll be Marcianti, Wugshiga, Cariello, and Ellis. Puck sent behind the net. Wugshiga plays it back to the point for Ellis, and it's off the glass. And now here's a chance for a 2-on-1, but it's going to be a 1-on-1. Fowler tried to cut to the middle, hit the skate. Fowler has it again. Bumped into, and now here's a chance. A 2-on-1, 3-on-1 for Tampa, and they blow it at the blue line. Now here's Ryan Marks on a 2-on-1 with Boken. Boken takes the shot. No, he fakes it. No, it's off the goalpost. Jack Boken faked out Salgado. He tried to tuck it behind him, and he put it off the goalpost.
Oh my God, I was gonna cry. That was. I mean, it doesn't get much closer than that. I mean, a quarter of an inch. He laid that puck just a quarter of an inch more towards the net, and that was in. And that's an ACHA play of the week.
Absolutely, and that right before that with the 3-on-1 for Tampa and them just losing the puck at the blue line. A good read by Ryan Marks to just swoop and go.
Yeah, it's amazing how a 3-on-1 one way turns into a 3-on-1 the other.
Absolutely. Here's Parrish for Tampa trying to break out. Latart's on him. He makes a nice move and gives himself some open ice. Parrish in over the blue line. Long shot by Ritter, and that was wide of the net. Puck in the left wing corner. Baranek gives it back to Parrish. Now Baranek will play it around the boards for Ritter. Ritter bumped there by Latart. He always loves to go and be physical. He's very fast, small, but he's got a lot of strength in his legs.
I have to say, for it being 4-on-4, I was surprised how much board battling there's been.
Yeah, it tends to be more of a speed open ice, move the puck quickly kind of play, and these two teams are just grinding it out.
And it doesn't surprise me in the slightest with how these two teams always play each other, but even in the settings when there's less people on the ice, they still find a way to end up pinned to each other on the boards.
The season series is tied 1-1. Both teams won their respective home games. Velarde takes a shot wide of the net. Usiak off the side of the net. And instead it's going to be Tampa breaking out now. Here's Catalina. Usiak back checking. Catalina takes the shot deflected into the corner. And Wallers tried to play it back to the point. Now he cuts to the middle. Wallers gets it back to the left point. Walking in is Ritter with the shot deflected wide.
Oh, that was close.
Puck sits at the side of the net. Now shot off the side of the net again. As Wallers has it, he's bumped there by Wyatt Ebner. Catalina will pick it up. Tampa getting the cycle going now. Catalina's centering pass was broken up by Wyatt Ebner. Wallers has it, gets it back to the point. Ritter's shot was wide. Kukas shot on net from the half wall, and there was traffic in front, but Minervini did a good job controlling the rebound, and it ends up behind the net. Wyatt Ebner plays it around the boards, and it's held in by Ritter. Long shot deflected wide. Side of the net, centering pass by Catalina was broken up, and Mario Velarde knocked the net off, and that's no change for Embry-Riddle.
Which is a nice break to stop the play, but tough break because there are some tired guys who are left over from 4-on-4 still who would be loving to get off the ice right about now.
Tampa did start to get that cycle going, and they're going to be able to put whoever they want out there. Matheson, Baranek, and looks like Parrish on the far wall, the forward lines.
Refs are looking to try to cement the net in there a little bit better. It's been dislodged many a times this period. Let's see if that holds for the next 5:22.
Filardi gets it up the boards, but not out, and it's held in at the line by Davis, and is played back behind the Riddle net. Filardi and Matheson battle behind the net. Puck's still sitting there. Now it's taken away by Baranek. Centering pass for Davis, and that was out of the reach of his stick, but it still doesn't get out of the zone. It finally does. There was some snow built up on that blue line in front of the Riddle bench. Here's a 2-on-1. Callahan centering pass for Usiak was broken up, and now Tampa's going to try to move the other way. Ritterhouse. Drop pass for Baranek. Now to Davis at the blue line. Davis tried to give it to Baranek, and it was broken up by Callahan. And he tried to send Silcox on a one-on-one, and it was in his feet. Silcox has the puck in the neutral zone. Backhands it up for Dan Sakala. He's broken up and is sent right back into the Tampa zone by Bryce Corner. Davis turned the puck over. Sakala throws it to the far corner. Rittenhouse. Now for McCarthy. McCarthy moves through the neutral zone for Tampa. Bryce Corner took that away from Parrish. And Silcox laying the body right in front of the Riddle bench on Hoffberg.
And the Marine, firefighter, whatever you like to call him, does not shy away from some physical contact.
He's always been known for physical. And it's a turnover, and there's a backhand shot stopped by Minervini, and it sits in the crease. And now we're going to get a penalty called. It's going to be a slash.
At this point, I'm not even sure who it's against.
You know what? By the way, Matt Silcox is skating. It's him. Yep. Oh no, it's not.
He looked like, during that play, he looked like he was in a bit of pain. Not exactly sure what was going on. It looks to be Bryce Corner.
Bryce Corner will sit for 2 for slashing. Tampa's power play comes in at 39.2% on the season.
That's one of the things Coach Joyce always talked about against this team, is that taking penalties is a death wish, and they've had a tried and true power play. It's been clicking high and well, so the Eagles will have to look to have a big PK, and from the looks of it, they have some of their best players out there for it.
Embry Riddle's penalty kill is at 88.6% on the year. There's a shot centering pass by Baranek, and that was broken up by Fowler in the crease. And now here's Boken. Plays it for Ryan Marks. He's going to get pinched on the boards, and Boken's in there as well. They got to be careful. Here's a 2-on-2 now. Parrish. Good job by Ryan Marks on the back check, and it's knocked back into the neutral zone.
He was pretty upset about something, looking for a call in the offensive zone.
Puck sent in, and Ryan Knapp is going to go to the left corner, and he's going to shoot it right back down the ice.
And nice clear there by Knapp. Just took a quick look and sailed it all the way down. Full scale changes for Embry Riddle on the PK.
Here's Baranek, the leading point getter for Tampa. Gets it behind the net. Ebner played it to the corner. Parrish has it now. Kuzak in front of the net. That centering pass was deflected into the corner. Ebner plays it around the boards. It's held in. Ritter plays it back to the point. Kukas back to Ritter. Ritter shot off the side of the net. Parrish behind the net. Gives it to Ritter. Back to the point for Kukas. Takes the shot. Deflected into the corner. Centering pass, and Ritter's shot was wide of the net.
Yeah, not sure if Minervini got a piece of that or not from this angle, but it looked to be shanked wide.
Here's Baranek now. Baranek holds onto it. Now he's going to play it into the right corner for Parrish. Baranek. One-timer by Kukas was stopped by Minervini. Parrish back to Kukas in front of the net. Hit the skate of Wyatt Ebner, and Kuzlik is there as well, and it's cleared down the ice, and the Eagles have killed it off.
A great PK. I mean, it spent a lot of time in the Eagle zone, but they weathered the storm. Not a lot of shots really got through, maybe one or two.
There's a lot of perimeter play. It was good job by the Eagles. Penalty kill really taking up those passing lanes. Ryan Knapp has it behind the net. McCarthy's forechecking him, and Knapp turns it over. Puck comes out in front. And Where's the puck? McCarthy put his arms up like he scored, but nobody else is thinking that.
Well, I mean, it's typically easier to find the puck in the net than if it's in his equipment, so I'm inclined to believe that it's in the equipment.
And Matt Silcox just left the ice.
And that's of concern. We'll see if we can get an update during the intermission on what's going on with him.
They did dress 13 forwards tonight. Dan Sakala was dressed as the 13th forward.
So he might look to be tapped in a more regular role, see who ends up centering that fourth line.
The shot there by Rittenhouse was broken up, and now Letarte will play it into the near corner. Boken for Embry-Riddle tried to break it out, and McCarthy's in there, as well as Catalina for Tampa.
If you're the Eagles, you really want to Tampa's kind of taken over the last few minutes of this game. You want to weather the storm, get out of this period, regroup.
1:06 to go in the first period. Here's Kyle Usiak down the left side. Davis tried to get it off the boards, and he was run into by Usiak, with good back-checking support by Crockett. Now moves it up for Marcianti, takes a shot off the pad of Minervini, and the rebound goes wide. Davis stick lifted by Usiak, but Wallers was there to support, and now Usiak can't get it out.
That's you got to just chip that puck out there. That's a tough play.
Absolutely. Rittenhouse has it right corner, threw it out in front. That hit the leg of Bryce Corner, and now Usiak will just leave it for Corner, who sends it into the neutral zone. Rittenhouse tried to make a move at the red line, and it was broken up, and Bryce Corner doing a good job forechecking.
As a defenseman.
Exactly. Wallers will get it into the right corner. Nat plays it around, and it's held in there by Kukas. Kukas threw it into the opposite corner. Here's Wallers now for Tampa. Ryan Knapp will pin him up, and with 4 seconds to go, that's where the puck is going to stay, it looks like. So that'll do it for the first period. Embry-Riddle with a 1-0 lead. Tampa outshot them 7-12. Ryan Marks with the goal. And we will be right back after a short intermission break. You're watching the Embry-Riddle Game Day Network. Welcome back to Daytona Ice Arena. Embry-Riddle leading 1-0. The shots are 12-7 for Tampa. Ryan Marks with the only goal in that first period. It's been quite a back and forth game, wouldn't you say, Caputo?
Yeah, I have to say, I mean, Riddle has to be pretty happy to get out of here with the 1-0 lead in the first period, but I tell you, if they play the next 40 like that, I think they're going to be walking away with a loss there. I mean, Tampa's really controlled the play a lot. There was a few lucky breaks, I'd have to say, and we'll see what can happen here. The Eagles have played 20 minutes. They know that when they play their game, they can cycle and dominate on this team. They just need to be physical.
And that's kind of the big thing is making sure they're just staying consistent, getting the puck out of the zone. Bob Joyce talks about simple hockey all the time.
He's called it a simple game every time I talk to him about it.
Get pucks deep. That's what he preaches all the time, and it's been working so far this year. Puck sent down the ice. Knapp will go back to retrieve it. It's not icing. Ryan Knapp plays it up the boards for Brantley Miller. Tried to give it to Ryan Marks. It was behind him. Kukas lays a hit on Miller in the neutral zone, and now here's Baranek on a 2-on-1 shot. Stopped by Minervini. Holds on to the rebound. 19:27 to go in the second period.
And Knapp's been getting into it all night already with some of the Tampa players. It looks like somebody may have accidentally on purpose taken his stick out. So, expect nothing less from these guys the rest of the night.
Well, him and McCarthy were into it in that first period. They're still talking in the box. The shot on Minervini was stopped, and now here's Parrish. That puck got caught up in the boards, and now Ryan Marks will move up. It'll be a 3-on-3. Gives it to Brantley Miller. Over the red line, over the blue line, Fowler. Marks takes a shot. It's blocked there by Ritter. Now it comes back to Boken. Goes across to Marks, and that was wide. Alex Fowler. Brantley Miller back to Fowler. Fowler takes the shot. It was wide.
And another great job there by this first line cycling a bit. And a chance just shanked by the captain.
Ryan Marks behind the corner gives it back to Miller, and that was taken away by Baranek for Tampa. And he's just going to flip that one down the far side, and he's got Pedro on the near side, And now here's Davis off the bench, trying to cut to the middle. Centering pass off the skate of Jack Boken, and Tampa controls. Now here's Ritter. Takes a shot, saved by Ritter. Rebound, and the net comes off. And is that another goal that it's not going to count?
I don't think this time. It looked like the puck went around the net this time, but it looks like the ref's signaling for the whistle to be out. It looks like they're saying that Tampa took the puck off on. Well, maybe not.
One thing I noticed before the period started, Tampa's wearing their specialty Movember jerseys.
They are, and I think that means that tomorrow they're going to have their Movember game as is tradition. It looks like there's a bit of chatting going on right here. I want to just take a moment real quick to send a shout out to someone. Simon Begg and the Begg family watching the game from Sydney, Australia, supporting. So appreciate supporting the Eagles from far away and getting fans all over the globe here. So we do appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in.
We appreciate it. So the draw is going to stay in the Embry-Riddle zone, and that is Kuzlik that's talking to the official right now, and he can't. I don't know if he's asking if that's not a penalty or what the deal is.
You got to figure the Spartans, whether it's on purpose or not, are upset with how the inconsistency and with the net coming off so much and nothing really being done about it.
Brantley Miller turns it over. There's a shot deflected wide by Hofberg, and now it's played back to the point. Davis for Tampa plays it back down low. Centering pass. That was by Buck, and that centering pass in front by McCarthy. He was stopped. Now Buck has it for Tampa. Jack Boken can't get it out either. McCarthy will play it down. Ryan Knapp behind the net. He's going to chip it to the other side for Ryan Marks. Hofberg was on the forecheck. And Embry-Riddle's finally able to get the puck out. Here's Ryan Marks now, one-on-one against Davis. Marks takes the shot, and that was deflected wide. Alex Fowler's just going to send it right back in, absorb a hit, and go off for a change. Puck sits in the left wing corner, and it's played around by McCarthy, held in at the line by Bryce Corner. Tried to play it for Letarte, and that was broken up by Davis, and he's going to lead a 3-on-2 rush. Davis takes the shot. Pad save by Minervini. Rebound, and that was off the skate of Hofberg and wide. Shot there by Buck, and Minervini's going to hold on as he hugs that post. Keep this game 1-0.
And it was a close call there for sure. And it looks like Tampa's really again pouring it on, much like they were in the first period. I'm going to see what can happen here. I mean, this is only 3 minutes in. It's been a huge pace here. Shots have already climbed to 16-7. And after speaking to Minervini during the break, he felt like the shots were even higher from the first period. He felt like they missed about 5 or so.
Here's Wallers trying to get to the front of the net, and he was shut down, but corner unable to get it out. It hops over the stick of Ellis. Here's a potential 2-on-1. Here's Usiak. Lost the handle. Centering pass. Stopped there by Salgado, and the rebound sits in the crease. Still loose. Now here's Austin with the shot. It hit the referee.
He got in the way.
It hit the referee at a wide open net. And then a huge hit by Letard as he falls down. Noah Austin will get that puck back in deep, and it's sent off the helmet of Marcianti and into the neutral zone, but Embry-Riddle right back on the forecheck. Now the puck comes out. And Lardy will go back and get it.
That might have been the break that the Spartans were looking for how many goals were taken away from them from the net coming off.
That was a wide open cage. Bujsiga now gives it up to Marcianti. It was a 2-on-1, but it was a good play by Filardi to break up the pass, and now Letarte will play it up for Usiak, and that was broken up there by Picariello, and now it's sent back into the Tampa zone. Kaufman takes it behind the net. Turner Kaufman tried to center it. Comes to Deborah with the shot off the skate. The men in front. Now Ebner's going to play it down low for Lytle. Went over his stick. Ritter will play it up the boards for Catalina, and he shoots it in the middle of the ice to Wyatt Ebner. Is going to send it right back in, but delayed offside. So that's going to give Tampa a clean breakout. Deborah broke up that pass in the neutral zone. On the forecheck now, Matheson against Ben Malcheski. Catalina tried to center it in front. It was broken up. Now here's Kukas with a shot blocked by Deborah, but he's able to hold the line, and it's sent back into the corner. Ben Malcheski has it far corner. Adrian Deborah plays it off the boards, and here's a 2-on-1. Turner Kaufman centering pass for Lytle. That was a good diving play by Ritter to break up that pass.
I mean, absolutely fantastic play, taking away that low pass that he read Turner Kaufman was going to do there immediately.
Here's Matheson. That pass for Catalina was broken up, and David Lytle nearly got destroyed by Davis off the bench. Picked his head up at the last second, but Davis has the puck. Davis goes behind the Riddle net. Centering pass in front. They score. Gavin Crockett ties the game at 1.
And I mean, that's just a defensive breakdown there. A simple play. You come around the net, you're trying to figure out what's going on, and that guy was left wide open. And you just make that pass as soon as you see it. Nothing Minervini can do.
There is nothing Minervini can do there. This game's all knotted up at 1. The shot total is now 17 for Tampa, 11 for Embry-Riddle, but it's really been all Tampa this period.
I mean, with the disparity in shots, it's not a surprise that they're being rewarded here finally. But I mean, nothing against the Eagles there. I mean, they've had their chances too.
Parrish was knocked down there by Jack Boken, but Davis holds it at the line. Now Boken nearly got away, but it was broken up. Now offside, so here comes Tampa the other way. Parrish takes the shot off the leg of Ryan Knapp into the corner. Baranek now to Parrish. Tried to cut to the middle. Broken up there by Silcox. And Baranek will give it back to Parrish. Takes a backhand stop by Minervini. Rebound! No! No! And I don't know what the debate is. Did it cross the line, or did the net come off, or did Minervini have it?
Well, it looks like I'm not sure where the puck is right now. And
they gave him a penalty.
It looks like he motioned for him to leave the ice, it looked like. Yeah, it looks like he just motioned to eject him.
So so my question is that a 5 in a game?
I'm not sure. That might be I'm not actually sure, because it might be a game misconduct or unsportsmanlike misconduct. Either way, his night is done. We'll see. It might be a compounded, maybe a 4-minute, 2 minors, and then just a 10-minute misconduct. It's a lot of math that could be going on here. We're not really sure. But he's getting a nice reception from the fans.
Oh, and he just pumped the fans up.
And we'll see if the Eagles can take advantage of this here.
Nick Rittenhouse is gone, and we'll see what the penalty is.
And he's been, a solid player for them so far. It looks like the captains are having a discussion here to sort out what exactly is going to go on the board here against you, Tampa. But it seems to be a lengthy discussion.
And Ryan Marks is trying to figure it out. So this is the turning point that the Eagles need. If they need a goal, they need it now. And
I can't agree with you more on that one. This is a good opportunity here. Nobody's in the box right now.
It doesn't look like there's a penalty. They just kicked him out.
I'm not sure if that makes a whole lot of sense, I'll be honest.
I don't get it.
There's a bit of a head scratcher. Nothing on the guy was ejected, but nothing on the board. So I guess we're gonna skate.
And Bob Joyce thought it was a penalty as well because he had Turner Kaufman out there on the point, which he likes to put him out there on the power play.
We'll skate 5-on-5 as if nothing happened.
Here's Brentley Miller down the left side. Plays it off the boards for Ryan Marks. It's sent in behind the Riddle net. Davis will go in forecheck. Ryan Marks battles with him. Now it sits behind the net. Kuzlik played it around the boards, broken up by Miller. Centering pass was broken up. And now here's Baranek. Baranek will start the breakout, gives it to Parrish. Near side for Pedro. Tried to center in front, and that was broken up and chance in front. Off the goalpost!
And that was a huge gaping net opportunity.
Ryan Marks trying to split the defense. Kulik is back, and he is holding up Marks. No penalty call. Parrish will send a breakout pass there for Buck. Buck for Tampa, and over the line. Plays it behind the net there for Davis. Davis still holding on to it. Being watched there by Jack Boken. Davis lost it. Now Jack Boken will skate it up. He's got Fowler in the middle of the ice, and he's run off. Alex Fowler tries to throw the body. That puck goes out of play, and this game is getting scrappy fast.
Yeah, almost forgetting that there's a whole set of 3 periods tomorrow that's supposed to be played in Tampa. I'm sure we'll probably be just equally as chippy as it's getting right now.
These teams are, this is the home and home. The first game did it earlier in October. Riddle won the home game here, and Tampa won the game there.
And we'll see what happens tonight. But we haven't. What is interesting to note, Shepard, is that I guess we haven't seen Tampa this year in their normal jerseys, because we've seen them in 2 specialty jerseys, because we'll see them wear these tomorrow as well. So that's 4 consecutive games without seeing them in their normal uniforms.
And my question is are they going to wear the blue jerseys tomorrow? Is Riddle going to wear blue tomorrow, or are they going to wear white?
You got to figure, in my opinion, you got to figure white, just because, that's going to contrast better with, I'm not sure what pattern you'd call that, like a red camo? I'm very uneducated.
I'm not sure either. I think they got it's just little mustaches.
Yeah, is that what it is? Really? That's pretty cool then. And the theme of blocking shots.
Oh, here's a 2-on-1. Hoffberg's pass was broken up, and now here's Adam Lazart. Go ahead, Caputo.
That was a great job by Mario there to kind of make sure he took away the one guy, trusting Uziak would come back and take out the driving guy. And Riddle survives a potential scary 2-on-1 play.
Ellis played it up to McCarthy, and he was pinched there by Lazart. There's a shot by Bryce Corner. It's held on to by Salgado. He'll hold on, and that is technically a shot on goal, but the 5th one of the period for Embry Riddle.
You got to figure, kind of light. The chances that Riddle has had, there's been a couple, and when they happen, they're big, but they're few and far between. Tampa really has, again, a lot of cycling and control power. Showing off their speed is something they like to flaunt.
Kaufman lost that draw, and it's played around the boards. Wyatt Ebner will play it back into the zone. Stretch pass there for Marcianti was out of his reach, and they're going to call icing. Ben Malcheski was racing him on it, and Tampa doesn't like the call.
It was close, I'll have to agree. It reminds me of the call against Turner Kaufman earlier, where he was coming down, and they blew the icing. They've been pretty late in calling these icings, which I think kind of negates the idea of the hybrid icing, in my opinion.
Yeah, and you see Marcianti, even though at the end he still fell down into the boards, and
if you're trying to prevent players from getting injured, you got to call it earlier.
Marcianti plays that up there for Wallers. Wallers will hold on to it. Being watched there by Wyatt Ebner. Now Turner Kaufman will get into the corner and help him out. Comes back to the line, Ritter. Long shot, blocked away by Minervini. Ebner plays it off the glass, and here's Turner Kaufman. Gives it to David Lytle. Here's a 2-on-1 forming. Lytle, backhand, and that was blocked there by Kukas.
That was a good read. I mean, you saw that Lytle was going to make that pass the whole way and took away that shot.
Uchiga gets that in deep for Tampa. He's going to go off for a change. Ryan Knapp will play it around there for Adrian Debra. Far side there for Jack Boken. David Lytle now. And over the blue line. Try to get it towards the net. He was surrounded by red. And Tampa will come the other way. Crockett. And over the line. Takes the shot. Stopped by Minervini. Rebound, and it's cleared away. And here's Ryan Marks. That's potential 2-on-1 with Lytle. Marks. Ryan Marks. Sorry, pass for Lytle, and it was in his feet. It was played really well there by Kuzlik. And now puck's thrown towards the front of the net. There was nobody there. It went through the blue paint.
And give credit to the captain, always dangerous in generating chances. And we'll see what this first line can do here as David Lytle comes off. He's been on the ice for a while now.
Brentley Miller, right corner, plays it there for Jack Boken, and it was out of his reach. And now here's a chance for Tampa, and Catalina unable to handle that pass from Madison. Boken's on the ice. They don't know where the puck is, and it comes to Madison. And he's back checked by Jack Boken there. And Davis is just going to have to shoot that one back in.
It always amazes me. We say it every time how well Jack Boken's able to handle the puck. And at a minimum, even if he's losing it in a safe way when he's double teamed. I mean, he's not giving up these chances like at that point there when he was double teamed. The puck is getting over the blue line, and he's able to get back in position. I mean, it's just not enough can be said about not putting the puck in a dangerous chance for your own team.
Ryan Knapp shot it over the glass, but so I'll put the face-off to the left of Max Minervini. Noah Austin out there with Kyle Usiak and Adam Letarte, Mario Filardi, and Bryce Corner. The shot there deflected wide. Mario Filardi on the forecheck there with Baranek. Baranek in the corner of Filardi. Austin in there as well, and now Parrish comes away with it. Tried to center in front. Good job by Usiak to break up that pass. And what are they calling icing for? That was a pass by Tampa.
What they're saying is that because Usiak directed it out, which is not supposed to be an icing anyway, but because he directed it out, they're calling this an icing. I'm kind of...
I don't think anybody gets that call. Thankfully, they just put some fresh guys out there, so it's not really going to affect the play much. But
just have to hope put all the pressure's on Noah Austin here just to win the draw, not a...
Other than that, I don't get the call.
Hey, that's why I'm up here, I guess.
That's why we're not reffing the game. Here's Adam Letarte over the blue line. He throws it on net and is blockered away by Salgado. Adam Letarte still holds on to it. He's going to play it back behind the net that was broken up there by Picariello, and that flipping on net was on Minervini, and he'll hold on and get a face-off.
Good effort there by Tampa to try to generate something going over the heads of the defensemen, but just a little too much gas on it, not enough height, and Minervini's able to take care of that before it becomes something dangerous.
I've seen a lot of this Baranek, Parrish, and Pedro line here. Those obviously two of the top scorers on one line. There's a long shot from the point by Picariello that was stopped by Minervini, and they've got to think that they're getting a lot of points, but they're also getting a lot of ice time.
Yeah, give credit. Tampa knows where their bread's buttered, and they will make it happen. They're going to give those guys as much chance as they can to score.
Turner Kaufman tried to cut to the middle on Davis, and that was broken up. But here's Malcheski with the shot. Glove save, rebound! In the blue paint. And it ends up in the net. They score! And Tampa's protesting a high stick. I don't know who got it.
Granted, we're up here and we're kind of biased, but I'm not sure if I saw a high stick by any means there.
I think it just fell into the net, and I don't know who's going to get credit for this goal.
There was a lot of commotion in front. It was one of those things where, give a lot of credit to how Tampa's played, but I mean that was a bad rebound control there, kind of by the Tampa goaltender. And I mean, just leads to a scramble, and I mean, the puck went off. It looked like it went off the post to begin with, and it went up in the air. And I mean, there's, at that point, it comes back down. Anything can happen.
And the confirmation from Toronto is that it's a goal. It'll be 2-1.
That was a pretty quick conversation with Toronto too.
Yeah.
Glad we got them on the line, the ACHA division there. But it doesn't look like that's enough right now for the UT players. They kind of want a bit more of an explanation, and they look a bit upset. I mean, I don't know how much can be said really at this point to remedy that. The goal still has not been put on the board, but they're lining up at center ice as if a goal was scored, and that looks like we're going to go away with there.
One thing that I've noticed is Dan Sakala is now on that third line with Adrian Deborah and Turner Kaufman taking David Lytle's spot. So I don't know if maybe Lytle's hurt or if there's some line shuffling going on the Eagle bench from Bob Joyce.
Lytle does seem to be standing, but he did get off the ice a bit slowly before, so it'll be interesting to note.
Wyatt Ebner plays it off the boards for Deborah. Tried to get it up to Sakala, and it was broken up there by Hoffberg, and now Tampa tries to go on the forecheck. Flipped back out by Ebner. Deborah will send it up to Turner Kaufman, who wants it on 2-1. Kaufman's shot blocked there by Kukas, and now he'll cycle it back down for Hoffberg, and Tampa is going to try to break out.
Interesting to see, like I said, glad to see Dan Sakala getting this opportunity here, a little bit more ice time, see what can be made of it.
Ryan Marks sent Hoffberg down in front of the net, and the net came off, and Tampa wanted an interference call. And we've seen a lot of them complaining to the refs tonight.
Yeah, it's been an interesting game, I have to say. I mean, nets have been coming off, strange calls, weird icings. I mean, I guess it's a typical night at the Daytona Ice Arena, you could say.
We don't know who scored the second goal. We'll find out for you as soon as we can.
We'll chalk it up to scoring by committee right now at this point.
It did look like it was a group effort. I'm sure the ref asked in the celebration hug group who scored it, and that's when guys try to get assists. Shot by Miller over the net, bounces back out in front, and Salgado has to hold on to it. So that's probably how it happened. The ref just asked who hit it last.
Yeah, see who wants to get some points, and who's up for the assist. Whether you're gonna call it assisted or unassisted, I mean, it's gonna be tricky there. So I'm not even sure what you deem as possession in either of those moments, and it gets messy.
Marks lost that draw, and now here's Kuzik will play it up the boards. Boken broke up that pass at the blue line, and Ryan Knapp will go back and get it. Wallers was on the forecheck. In front! Marciani stopped, they score!
And that was just kind of a weird play. Didn't really came out of nowhere, and Knapp tried to chip the puck up. It got blocked, and then the puck ended up through his feet, I guess. I'm not exactly sure. It kind of seemed like it slithered through. Made its way to the Tampa player, and just like that, it's a 2-2 game.
I think Marciani's the one who got the goal. His helmet came off. Regardless of who got it, it's 2-2. 7:20 to go in the second.
Yeah, I mean, Riddle scores a wacky goal only for Tampa to match with a wacky goal of their own.
Austin won that draw. Filardi will send it into the corner behind the net. Kuzlik will play it up to the point. Corner holds it in. Long shot was kicked aside there by Salgado. Usiak turned it over, and now here comes Davis for Tampa. Forecheck from behind by Adam Letarte. Filardi's going to take a long shot, and it bounces up off Salgado, and it looked like a harmless dump in, ended up into a dangerous rebound.
And you can see Filardi was looking a little excited there, like that might be going up and into the net. Not quite, but yeah, I mean, it seems like Salgado's been taking some weird bounces with the puck off himself, I have to say. He hasn't really been feeling comfortable. Maybe that's from the large gaps in time. As a goaltender, it can be kind of tough to go long periods of time without a shot. So
here's a 2-on-1 now for Tampa. Shot there by Catalina was stopped by Minervini, and now here comes Riddle the other way. Pass broken up, and Flaherty's going to try the breakout again. Flaherty plays it around the boards for Letarte. Got it in his feet. He's just going to hold on to it, play it around the other side. Weird bounce off the boards, and that was dangerous. Tampa will end up with possession. Crockett tried to get possession. He was bumped in there by Bryce Corner, and now Adam Letarte will have it behind the net. Kyle Usiak sends that down the ice, and this will be coming back on icing with 6:09 to go in the second period.
Period's been moving by with a little more rhythm, I think, than the first, if you're asking me.
What was that, Caputo?
I feel like the period, let me try that again. The period's going by with a little bit more rhythm. It just feels like it's a little smoother.
It's not as chippy, maybe the first 5 minutes, but after that it's been really just kind of back and forth, couple 2-on-1s.
The goals have came a lot easier.
Here's Ritter now for Tampa. He's going to go D to D with Kukas, and he's going to give that to Pedro, but it was broken up, and now here's Bryce Corner. 3-on-2. Corner lost it, got it back, threw it towards the net. Noah Austin now. Try to give it to Usiak in front, and Baranek comes away with it. Nice move around Letarte. Try to give it to Parrish, and now here's Baranek on a 2-on-1. Baranek holds on to it, takes a shot, and pad save by Minervini. Ritter threw it towards the net. It was wide. Baranek has it right corner. Comes out in front for Pedro. Back to the line. Parrish shot, and that hit. No, Austin in the skate. He's a little slow. Wyatt Ebner plays it around the boards for Corner. It was out of his reach, and Ritter will give him a bump. Tampa holding the forecheck here. Here's Parrish, takes the shot. Glove saved by Minervini, holds on, and they'll get Noah Austin off and get his foot looked at as he blocked that shot. 5:09 to go in the second.
Bit of a shooting gallery that last shift there for the Spartans. They've really been able to just kind of take the puck, throw it down low, see if they can cycle it around for a shot. If not, throw it right back to the point and tee it. I mean, give credit to the Eagles. They've been blocking some shots, but a few have been getting through, and Minervini's had to look sharp.
Kaufman lost that draw, and Hoffberg's going to control on the face-off for Tampa. Boken now behind the net, turned it over, comes out in front. There's a shot by McCarthy, off Minervini's glove, and it sits, and the net comes off, and McCarthy is celebrating like he scored, but there's no signal from the ref. And I think we need new pegs, Caputo.
We might have to. I mean, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe we can put two of them in, make it heavier.
Yeah.
See if we can get it deeper, get like an extra little piece.
Well, you know what they use in the NHL? They actually have holes all the way down to the concrete.
Yeah, they drill them down. I mean, that's pretty. And it's good though because they drill it, but they also make it flexible so that it can move if need be. Because the last thing you want is a solid surface like that for people to run into.
Yeah.
Flashbacks to Steven Stamkos breaking his knee, or his leg, excuse me, on a post is stuff you want to try to avoid if possible. But in the meantime of our conversation about that, it looks like one of the Tampa players has gone to the box, possibly for that incident that caused Jack Boken to throw a few punches.
We'll see what's going on here. Is it going to be an Eagles power play?
And 2 minutes is on the board for the visitors. It looks like it's just going to stay at 2, but both sides are.
I wonder if they gave them both 2s and then Tampa got the extra 2.
That might be it. I mean, it could be like a 2 roughs and then an additional rough, or But both teams are presenting their cases to the jury. It looks like they've reached a verdict. Oh no, they're not quite.
Well, I saw a news article one time that was really interesting to me, and it was actually after the man yelled at his TV enough, the ref actually changed the call.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty incredible. I mean, that's for all of you viewers at home, if you feel that something should be done here, don't hesitate to yell at the screen enough, and we'll see what happens. It looks like Jack Boken is being swapped out into the box now instead of Ryan Knapp. They might have gotten the wrong number originally, but it looks like the numbers on the board are going to stay the same. It looks like it should be a 2-minute power play for Embry Riddle.
I see 6 guys on the ice for Riddle, but I don't know. We'll see. And it looks like a power play for Embry-Riddle.
Coach Anthony Galante having a few words there with the ref too, probably trying to clear up the situation on who was supposed to be in the box. But you got to figure, I mean, despite the fact that the Eagles are getting a power play, they're probably losing their best power play quarterback in the process, in Jack Boken. So it'll be interesting to see with what pairings go out here, because Bryce Corner typically ends up being on the second power play pairing. So we'll see who ends up taking that slot as the second defenseman on the second unit.
We'll see a Tampa penalty kill comes in at 90.7% on the year. So we'll see what the Eagles can do with it. Brentley Miller, far side, gets it back to Bryce Corner at the point. Takes a shot blocked there by Parrish down the ice.
If I remember correctly, I think the game-winning goal the last time the Eagles played here against Tampa was scored on the power play. So hopefully some of that magic can work its way back into this game.
Bryce Corner gives it to Alex Fowler. Fowler runs into a wall at the red line and ends up being offside, and that was
that might be all the way down.
I don't know, we'll see, but really good job PK by Tampa. Alex Fowler's trying to move up the wall. There's two guys on him.
Yeah, at that point, the Eagles need to be aware of the fact that the Spartans are stepping up at the blue line, and they just need to dump the puck in, have guys ready with support. Isolating that one guy who's trying to carry is it's an easy recipe for a pick-off and clear.
As Ryan Marks gives it to Turner Kaufman, he's going to go far side for Bryce Corner. He's going to give it to Alex Fowler. Missed him. Ends up on Miller's stick. Brantley Miller goes behind the net. He's going to draw a couple guys with him. That was Ritter. Now he gives it to Fowler. Alex Fowler to Ryan Marks on the half wall. Back to Bryce Corner. Bryce Corner. Turner Kaufman playing that right point. Kaufman far side for Marks. Broken up. Marks in front. They jam away at it. Ends up back at the point. Turner Kaufman gives it to Brantley Miller. Miller. Kaufman. Far side for Marks off the side of the net, and the net comes off.
And that was a great pass there by Turner Kaufman. I mean, right through everybody to the captain. Looking almost reminiscent of the last time that the captain scored the first goal earlier in the game. And just unfortunately firing it a bit off target. Hitting the net, but the outside. Yeah, that's just, typically, I mean, typically you want to go for the side that's open.
Second unit out there for Embry-Riddle. David Lytle, Adam Letarte, Kyle Usiak. Turner Kaufman stays.
And so does Bryce Corner. Looks like they're rolling with that D pair again. Let's see what they can do for the last 30. I guess with how much time this is taking, figured that these guys are being rested enough.
And they're trying to get the net back on.
Tell you, they're having a tough time, man.
I don't know. It's like, I mean, the rink has been very good in the last 2 years. The renovations, new owners. So I think maybe that might be next. New pegs might be next.
I've never seen, actually, it taking this much time. I'm quite surprised. I mean, all my years of playing here, it's typically, the net has not come off this much. So I suppose maybe that's a consequence of that. But it's just, it's one of those days.
Here's Turner Kaufman. Shot was blocked there by Baranek, and he's trying to get away. Turner Kaufman will take the pressure from Baranek on the penalty kill, and Bryce Corner is back, and good penalty killing. Pressure by Baranek, and Letarte and Kaufman are going to get in there and help out, try to get the Eagles out of the zone.
And give them a lot of credit. I mean, that killed about half of the remaining penalty time. We'll see what the Eagles can do here with Kyle Usiak.
Usiak takes the shot, deflected wide. What a huge hit by Adam Letarte. And that puck's going to end up on Minervini, and that was Davis that was absolutely tossed in the corner.
And with 2 seconds left, that pretty much does it for the Embry-Riddle power play. You'll see probably the new unit come out. Guys get ready to disperse.
That's Silcox, Adrian Debra, and Billy Callahan out there for Embry-Riddle. So definitely some new line combinations for this period. And Debra tries to drive wide there on Cariello, and he was pinched off. Gets it back to the line for Ryan Knapp. He's going to send it down low. It hit Debra, but Knapp gets it back. He's going to try to get something going offensively. Lost it in the corner. Plays it back around to the other side. Davis with Silcox, and Silcox lays the body, as he usually does. Davis comes away with the puck.
This is an interesting fourth line setup here with definitely an even more physical presence with Adrian Deborah coming down.
Davis tried to get that across to Pedro, and that was broken up, and Silcox had the puck off his stick. And here's Deborah driving wide, lost the puck. Deborah has it in the corner, now behind the net. Adrian Deborah, and we're going to have...
Did the net come off again?
It did.
And goodness, again, we're going to have a stoppage play for this.
Tampa's coming off a 10-3 win against the University of Miami last weekend. And, they come into this game, they're ranked number 3rd for a reason. This has been a pretty good hockey game, but I think Tampa's dominated most of the game, and I don't think the shot clock shows it as well as it actually is.
No, Minervini has played incredibly well, and definitely taking nothing away from him on that. But the Spartans have missed a few huge chances to really come up on the lead here. It's possibly, the difficulties of playing on the road. There's definitely, some travel that comes into that. But, the Eagles are playing hard and deserve to be in this game, but it's definitely taken a few lucky bounces to keep it as close as it has.
The shots are 20-15 for Tampa. Ryan Marks back out there. Last side draw to Crockett, but it comes back to Miller behind the net. He battles with Ritter. Crockett behind the net, battling with Fowler. Throws that in front to Marks. Oh, he missed the net. And that shot over the glass, and Miller's getting physical, but with Ritter, and that will be no change for Tampa, and an offensive zone face-off for Embry-Riddle.
And that's just a grade A, prime rib, high-cut scoring chance.
Exactly.
And the captain typically doesn't miss. You saw he going glove side on that, as is one of his favorites, and just unable to land it on target.
Tampa on the breakout is sent in. Boken against Catalina. Boken wins that battle. He's going to skate it out and somehow come away with the puck. He's across to Ryan Knapp. Up to Fowler, tips it in. Ends up in front of Salgado, and he's just going to hold on to it. With 1:10 to go in the second period.
Jack Boken and looked like number 10 there, having a few words. Not sure who that was. Catalina. After that, maybe little bit of an extra shove back in the Embry-Riddle zone. Probably trying to show Boken a little bit of that hospitality, making him feel welcome to be back on the ice.
So now we see the third line back together again. There's a shot by Ebner, was into the glove of Salgado. It's Turner, Kaufman, Adrian Deborah, and David Lytle.
It's been a lot of line shuffling going on tonight. It is pretty interesting to see. Typically we don't see Bob Joyce shuffle the lines around this much this early in the game.
No, definitely not. Scrum on the faceoff comes to Kaufman, tried to get a shot off, and that was broken up. Ebner holds the line, takes a long shot, and Salgado will just freeze it and get another faceoff. .54 seconds to go in the second period. We're tied at 2. We got some face-off officiating, and now Baranik's going to get kicked out. Ebner takes a shot that's deflected into the right corner. David Lytle against Picariello. Tried to center out in front, was Turner Kaufman. Now it sits in the crease, and Salgado's going to freeze it.
And they got a bit of miscommunication between Salgado and his defenseman. Kind of a bit of a story of the night. I mean, led to the second goal for Embry-Riddle. And making sure he's trying to find the puck here. He doesn't seem entirely comfortable when it's at his feet.
Lytle in the corner off the face-off. Kaufman in there as well as Baranik. Kaufman battles there, comes to Baranek, and he's going to start the breakout for Tampa. Baranek throws it on net, glove saved by Minervini. He'll hold on. 27.6 to go in the second period. And a lot of whistles here towards the end of the period.
And it feels like the first 15 went by just like that, and this last 5 has kind of dragged a little bit.
That's kind of the way it goes. If it's a fast beginning, they'll slow down the end, make sure that it's all about the equal length periods.
A lot of whistles as well, definitely contributing.
Here's Baranek. We'll throw it back behind the net. Bryce corner. Plays it up for Lytle, and Baranek did a good job reading it. Back to the point. Picariello's shot was wide. Parrish. Pass for Baranek was broken up by corner with 7 seconds to go in the period. Tried to send Lytle, and that was a good look, but it was a good read by Ellis at the blue line. And with 1 second to go, Lytle's just going to take a long shot. That will get pushed aside by Salgado, and that will do it for 40 minutes. We're tied at 2. Shots 22-19 for Tampa. We'll be right back. You're watching the Embry-Riddle Game Day Network. Welcome back to Daytona Ice Arena. We got a good third period coming up. It's a tie game, 2-2. I'm Jordan Shepard. I'm waiting for Andrew Caputo to join me, and looks like he's coming right now. We will stand by for 3 seconds for him to put on his headset. All right, I'm Jordan Shepard, joined alongside Andrew Caputo. He has made it. We're tied at 2 as we start the third period.
Just in time. Managed to make my way up here for the photo finish.
It looks like the ice is still wet. That puck just stuck on Jack Boken, which worked out in his favor. Ryan Marks will chip it past Kukas, and he tried to center that one, and it was out of the reach of Alex Fowler. Now here comes Tampa the other way. Pedro was bumped into by both Knapp and Miller, and now Jack Boken will come with it the other way. Try to give that up to Brantley Miller. Hit off the skate of Grant Parrish and will end up behind the net. Parrish now has it in the corner. Plays it up the boards off the netting and out of play. As Embry-Riddle gets a pretty good first shift of the period.
And that play off the skate there ended up actually being a great dump-in pass for the Eagles to try to go forecheck a bit. Nothing really happened there as of that shift, but they're on the offensive side of the ice, so they'll take that just 37 seconds into the period.
And that first line already off for the Eagles. Baranek, Parrish, and Pedro will stay out there for Tampa. Noah Austin, Adam Letarte, and Kyle Usiak out there for Embry-Riddle now. Pedro off the breakout. Drops it off there for Ritter, and he's watched by Kyle Usiak, but he's able to hold on control and get that puck into the Riddle zone, and then Letarte will lay the shoulder into his chest. Velarde is bumped into by Baranek.
Very difficult to knock him off his feet.
Baranek tried to go backdoor there for Pedro, and Arvini will snag it and hold on. 18:52 to go in the third period.
And the shots on the board still favoring Tampa here, and like we said before, could even be a larger margin. It seems like there's some shots that they missed, but the Eagles can really come out strong this period and play a final good 20 before they have to go on the road and play a tough Tampa team at home.
Bryce Corner in the left corner, plays it around the boards, and he's looking for Usiak, who was out of the zone. Davis walked down and took it away. Davis centered out in front, and it comes back to the line for Kuzlik, shot wide. Davis has it, right half wall. Now in the right corner, avoids a hit from Velarde, played back behind the net. Davis battles with Austin, and now Bryce Corner will play it opposite side, and Adam Letarte is going to get run into by Davis, but he gets the puck into the zone. Puck is shot back down and wide. Ebner will get there before it crosses the goal line, no icing. So he's going to start a Riddle breakout. Gives it to Usiak, backhand through the neutral zone, and here is Adam Letarte, a 2-on-1 with Austin. Letarte to Austin off the end of his stick. Tampa comes the other way now. Marcinati lost that puck off his stick, and now Wyatt Ebner will drive wide against Ellis, who gives him a bump. And now Wallers will try to get around Malcheski, and does, and he throws it in front. A good job by Deborah to get on one knee and block that pass. Puck sits in front of the net, and it's cleared to the near corner. Adrian Deborah backhands it in against Ellis. He'll go on the forecheck. Ellis will play it up the wall, and it gets by Kaufman and Wallers, and it'll end up on Boken's stick in the neutral zone. He's going to send it right back in, and Riddle will go right back to the forecheck. Ellis behind the net. Watched there by Turner Kaufman, and it comes to David Lytle. Couldn't hold on to it, and Tampa's away on the breakout. No, it hit the skate of Adrian Deborah. Turner Kaufman takes a shot, stopped there by Salgado on a small, short 2-on-1 with David Lytle, but an already better start to this period than the previous two for Embry-Riddle.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, there's been some really good sustained pressure by the Eagles through a couple good shifts. Not that Tampa hasn't had their own pressure. They've had some good opportunities. Forecheck. It's been a little more even, I have to say, and we'll see what goes on with this first line for the Eagles as the captain will come out here and try to put his team ahead.
Jack Boken tried to center that one for Fowler. Marks picks it up in the slot. Couldn't hang on to it. Fowler takes a hit there from Ritter. He got knocked down. Brantley Miller lost the puck, and he's caught behind his man. It's sent in there, and now Madison will go behind the net to chase for Tampa. Brantley Miller has it on the near half wall, and he's going to give that up to Alex Fowler. Hopped over his stick, so Ritter will have a chance to get it out of the Tampa zone and back in the neutral zone. Ryan Marks gives it across to Fowler. Fowler takes the shot, and it hit the skate of Ritter in front. Comes back to the line for Boken. Boken threw it down onto the half wall, hit Miller. He gets it back. Tried to give that one out to Ryan Marks. Instead comes to Ryan Knapp. Rebound at the side of the net. It's cleared away. Knapp gives it to Boken. Takes the shot, deflected. And it sits in between the legs of Salgado. And now we got some pushing and shoving as Kukas gave Miller a shot after the whistle. And we'll see if anything comes out of this.
Yeah, look, he grabbed it by the back of the neck there. That was a little, might have been a little excessive in that case. Brantley Miller kind of taking objection with that.
We'll see if there's anything. Doesn't look like there's anything coming.
And it looks like Miller's being escorted towards the penalty box.
Miller's going. Is anybody else going?
And it looks like
4-4.
Looks like Ritter's going, yeah, as well, which is fine, I suppose. Like I said, you know, shouldn't be damaging the on-ice strength. Although, never mind. Jumped the gun. Saw only one penalty on the board for a minute. It's been a long week,
yeah,
Jordan.
It has been a long week.
So,
well, at least the scoreboard works this week. Last week it didn't even work.
That is a step in the right direction, I have to agree.
Gimbal and I were trying to do the game, and we had to run timers on our phones to know how much time was left in the period. Shot there by Bryce Corner was deflected by Letarte and just wide of the net. Adam Letarte behind the net. Tried to throw it out in front, and he was knocked down. No call coming. Kuzlik gives him a shot after, and still nothing. So Baranek is going to get some ice to move up with the puck, and his breakout pass was intercepted. Here's Adam Letarte. Lost the handle, gets it back, knocked down. There's a penalty coming up. And Kuzlik is down. He's struggling to put any weight on that right leg.
And speaking with him before, I mean, he's having some ankle trouble, so that is worrisome to see.
Davis knocked down Letarte with the trip, so that Emmerittle's going on the power play. It will be 4-on-3. It'll be Ryan Marks, Alex Fowler, Turner Kaufman, and Jack Boken out there.
And this is a deadly four-man unit, I should say, for the Eagles. We'll see what they can do next 121 of 4-on-3 action. Not something you see too often, Shepard. It's definitely a kind of a rarity in the game now.
Turner Kaufman gets in there on the face-off, and he's able to get possession, and then Baranek actually took it away, and he's just going to send it down the ice, but he can't get it by Ryan Marks as it hit his stick. Alex Fowler tried to give it across to Turner Kaufman, and it was good penalty-killing pressure by Baranek, and he broke that up. And Riddle's going to have to regroup. Jack Boken now through the neutral zone. Still has it. Jack Boken goes behind that, threw it out in front, and that was off the skate of Alex Fowler, and then he ran into Ryan Marks, and that puck is sent down the ice.
Kind of a bit of miscommunication so far on the 4-on-3. Able to get one shot or so, and then it's kind of lost. No real set zone time yet.
It's Jack Boken now. Now they look to get set up. Boken goes far side for Kaufman, across to Ryan Marks, who doesn't shoot. Gives it back to Boken at the left point. Kaufman shot off the goal post.
And that was an absolute bullet by Turner Kaufman.
Boken across to Kaufman. His shot was blocked, and it's cleared, but not out. Now it's a chance for Tampa to clear, and they can't get it out. It sits at the line. Alex Fowler holds it in, but he can't hold possession, and it's sent back down. Max Minervini is going to play this puck to Ryan Marks, who's got 1-on-3. And he does a smart play, peels up, gives it to Fowler, takes the shot, and he hit the post again.
And that's just 2 in a row. I mean, that's almost takes some skill to do.
Now it's a 5-on-4. Boken in front. Kaufman fanned on the shot. And now we've got another penalty, and I don't know. They're calling too many men, but Tampa's protesting. I think I might actually get their point on this one. I think it was 5-on-4.
They're going to the they're going to the box a little bit more. I'm actually kind of surprised myself. I have to agree with you, Shepard. But they're going to the box without as much of a protest as I was expecting.
Maybe it was something else that we didn't catch. But regardless, it's a 5-on-3 for Embry-Riddle for 21 seconds. And Noah Austin wins that draw. Bryce Corner will have it on the center point. They'll set up the umbrella. Corner gives it down low for Noah Austin. Gives it back to Bryce Corner. Corner. Kyle Usiak. He's got Ebner that wants the one-timer. Shot there by Usiak was wide. Ebner left it in the corner for Letarte, who's getting pressured there by Ritter, and now puck ends up being kicked out towards the front of the net, and Noah Austin will hold on to it. Ebner held the line, sends it back into the corner, and it's sent into the neutral zone by Cochran. Now here's a two-on-one shorthanded. Good job by White Ebner to break up that pass. And now here's a 3-on-2 for Embry-Riddle. Bryce Corner drops it. Letarte takes the shot wide. He was knocked down as he shot it. Kyle Usiak has it at the center point now. Gives it to Bryce Corner. Gives it back to Usiak off the boards. Shot was blocked there by Ritter as he dove. Adam Letarte and Bryce Corner will battle for it. Usiak now gave it across to White Ebner. 40 seconds to go on the man advantage. There's a shot deflected on goal by Corner. Salgado will hold on.
Bit of good pressure. They had the puck in the zone for a lot of it. Kind of a bit of sloppy passing, Eagles trying to figure themselves out as much as they're trying to generate some offense in that last shift, and giving the a good amount of the first power play unit some time. Actually, it looks like the third line is coming out to play some power play time now.
Yeah, Turner Kaufman is back in the middle between Adrian Debra and David Lytle. Here's Jack Boken. Holds on to it. Jack Boken gets it back to Debra at the point. Gives it back to Boken. He's got a chance to shoot. He does, and it's stopped. Rebound sits in the crease. They jam away at it. Ends up being cleared to the half wall. Boken has it again. 15 seconds to go in the man advantage. Debra gives it back to Boken. Jack Boken near half wall to Debra. Takes the shot. Stopped there by Salgado. Jack Boken lost it to Davis. Davis is going to try to get it out, and he lost it to McCarthy, and now he's going to try to find a streaking Catalina out of the box. Didn't work. Here's Parrish now for Tampa. It's a 3-on-2. Parrish takes the shot, deflected off the stick of Knapp, and out of play.
Notice something interesting. It seems like it's been a long time, Jordan, between the last time Max Minervini got a shot. It's definitely gone some time without seeing a lot of pressure due to the parade to the penalty box that's been kind of going on for Tampa.
He has only seen one shot this period. Embry-Riddle has 8 shots. They're now out shooting Tampa 31-29.
I mean, it's certainly been a match as promised, a heavyweight matchup between two top ACHA South teams.
Ryan Marks now through the neutral zone. On the left half wall, takes a shot off the pad of Salgado, and it's held in at the line by Filardi. Takes the shot, that was blocked, and that one hurt Madison, and he's down, and they're going to blow this, and I don't know if he got that shot. What do you see he's holding? It looks like one of his legs.
It looks like I was going to say maybe the knee, or the ankle. I mean, that shot didn't look like it was high, so you got to figure probably low. I don't think it was anything upper body by any means.
It didn't look like it was that hard of a shot either, and part of me thinks maybe he might have twisted his knee or something.
It's possible. I mean, it's definitely possible too. Maybe he got hit in the soft part for the ankle. I mean, that's maybe sometimes you take that edge on the inside of the ankle. It's kind of not padded as much by the skate, but he's not putting a lot of weight on that left leg. It looks like could very well be the knee, like you said, Jordan.
So we'll see if we can get any update on him. It looked like it was his, I don't know, he either twisted his left knee or he landed on his ankle or something. But
either way, it looks unpleasant. Our trainer, Harry Shiles, is over there making sure he's all right. So here's hoping that it's nothing too serious.
Tampa able to get the puck out, but Bryce Corner does a good job of gaining possession of the neutral zone and gets it back in. Here's Kukas now. Gives it up to Wallers. It was out of the reach of him. Filardi has it in the right corner in the Embry-Riddle zone. Gives it up to Fowler off the boards. He missed it. Comes back out to Filardi in the slot. He fans on the pass to Fowler. And Ryan Marks goes down. And I don't know if he fell down or if he got knocked down, but there's no call coming. And Salgado will hold on that puck. And Brantley Miller just knocked Kukas onto his own goalie. I don't even think it was intentional. He's trying to stop and just protect himself. And Brantley's a big guy.
He is, and I definitely don't think, knowing Brantley at that moment, probably wasn't anything intentional, but with how he plays the game, you know, it's just sometimes these things just happen.
He's having a little discussion with the referee. I assume it was very civil, of course, as everything is in hockey.
We're really thankful that the sport does not have any discourse.
Shot there by Ebner was deflected into the left corner. Letarte gets it back to Malcheski at the point. Davis fighting with Usiak comes to Noah Austin. Centering pass, and that was deflected off the stick of Noah Austin. Kyle Usiak runs Davis into the boards. And Noah Austin was hooked, and there was no call. And wow, Ben Malcheski tried to lay the body on Eric Pedro. Usiak flips that into the neutral zone, and Davis will play it off the boards. Noah Austin now holds onto it. Letarte will send it in deep. Kuzlik bumped there by Letarte, and he's got all the time in the world. He's a big man. He's probably really intimidating as the game's been going on.
Oh!
And a huge hit there by Adam Letarte.
Not the guy you'd expect to see that hit from, but
Eric Pedro. And you're exactly right.
But Adam plays hard, as hard as anyone I know who plays the game.
Davis with a shot and a glove save by Minervini, and he holds on. 9:15 to go in regulation time. We're tied at 2. And there's been a lot of back and forth chances here in the third period.
Giving Adam a lot of credit for how he plays. I mean, being such a short man, he plays the game as tall as anybody I know, and takes a lot of punishment.
If anything, he's more aggressive than some of the guys that are bigger than him.
And it's almost remarkable. I said how much punishment he does take. And in that moment, it was his turn to give out a little bit. So it's kind of honestly a little bit nice to see.
A shot there by Cariello was blocked, and Boken has it in the corner for Embry-Riddle. Battle ensues, and Kaufman comes away with it, gives it to Boken off the boards, does a good job protecting, and it comes out to the neutral zone. Hoffberg was tied up. Here's a 2-on-1. There's Buck with the shot into the chest of Minervini, and now McCarty ran into Max Minervini, and is he going to go to the box here?
Not exactly sure. Didn't look to be intentional again, much like Brantley Miller earlier, but was a little bit of a knock in the noggin, and I mean, probably has to stun Minervini a little bit. Actually kind of surprised the response of the Eagles wasn't a little more aggressive. I have to say they kind of let that go a little more quietly than I normally would see from the Eagles.
Kaufman comes away with the puck off the faceoff, and here comes Embry-Riddle. Adrian Deborah now down the left side, and that was broken up. Kaufman lays the body, and here comes Tampa the other way. It's Buck. Couldn't get to it. Filardi took it away. Now Hoffberg gives it to Buck, and he threw it out in front. It sits in the crease, and Minervini's going to fall on it. And Tampa has had a lot of pushback in the last few minutes.
Great play there by Corner. Almost putting the puck in, though, but blocking a pass that would have resulted in probably a surefire goal. So good on Bryce Corner there for blocking that, but inadvertently almost giving Minervini a scare as he had to scramble for the puck there in the crease to make sure that Bryce didn't accidentally cover it or didn't end up behind him.
8:28 to go in regulation time. We have seen no power play goals from either side, which is kind of to expected. Tampa's penalty kill It's around 90% coming in this game. And it goes off the skate of Bryce Corner, and Max Minervini got his left pad on that centering pass. And you talk about last time Bryce Corner doing a good job. What about that time breaking up a pass?
I think that Bryce and Max are going to have an interesting relationship after this game. Seems like at least 3 or 4 times there's been some plays where Minervini's covering the puck and Bryce is directly involved in said covering of the puck right in the crease.
And he did the right play. He broke up the pass. It's just been twice. Some weird bounces off him.
Not the weird kind of bounces you like.
Corner plays that off the boards and tried to give it to Alex Fowler, who got knocked into by Ritter, and now here's Brannick tried to center, and that was deflected into the left corner. Thrown back out in front through the blue paint, nobody there. Ritter plays it back down low, is broken up by Miller, and Parrish is bumped there by Miller as he came back out to the point. Here's Bryce Corner now. Makes Parrish miss, and now here's a 3-on-2. Gives it to Fowler, and he stood up at the blue line, and there's going to be a penalty because it was a high hit.
Looked like it was almost full head contact on that hit, and Ryan Marks is looking to leave the ice. Not exactly sure the reasoning for that.
He looks like he's walking all right. I wonder if it's just an equipment issue.
Mitch seemed to signal something with his hand.
And I'm not sure why Tampa is...
Looks like they might be
cheering.
Maybe to support the hit. And the fact that their teammates in the box. Still a bit of a discussion. Looks like 2 minutes is on the board for the hit. I mean,
they
I have
called
to
it for
agree.
roughing. They did call it for roughing.
Not exactly sure what you call it. I mean, it was a solid hit. I mean, but the point of contact was very high.
It was high. And you know, there's not much Alex Fowler can do there. He doesn't know that Kukas is there, and I think Bryce Corner just needed to carry that puck himself. But you know, they get a power play out of it. We'll see what Embry-Riddle can do. They're going to put the second unit out there with Adrian Debra.
Well, hopefully the Eagles can make them pay here. I mean, that's sitting down your assistant captain like that should not be taken lightly.
The shot by Boken was deflected into the left corner. Adrian Debra has it behind the net. He's going to play it to himself off the boards, and there's a centering pass. Boken's shot was blocked. Kaufman unable to hold the puck in at the line, and Parrish is going to go in on the penalty kill and try to take some time off the boards. Parrish doing a good job killing some time. But here comes Jack Boken through the neutral zone, does a good job protecting the puck and comes away with it. Tried to center it there for Noah Austin, and he missed it, and it's sent right back down the ice. Minervini's going to play this puck with pressure from Pedro. And now here's Adrian Debra for Embry-Riddle. Fanned on the pass, and Baranek nearly knocked him down. Here's Hoffberg. And Picariello's just going to stand there. He's not getting any pressure, and then he lost the puck. But, you know, you got to put pressure on the man, or they're just going to sit there and kill time.
There's taunting there. Almost lost his handle from taunting a little too much there, it seemed.
Jack Boken behind the net. Kyle Usiak out there. Alex Fowler and Brantley Miller. 45 seconds to go in the man advantage. Kyle Usiak through the neutral zone, in over the blue line, now ends up behind the net. He's bumped there by Ritter, and unable to hold it in was Turner Kaufman, and not much on this Embry-Riddle power play.
Yeah, I have to agree. It really hasn't been anything sustained.
Alex Fowler now.
Important to note that it does not seem that Ryan Marks has returned yet. And that is a huge loss if he does not come back soon. Again, not exactly sure what was wrong. Didn't seem anything happened on the play per se.
Here's Catalina for Tampa, and he's just going to fire that shot on Minervini over the net. And there are no field goals in hockey, so it will remain 2-2.
If that was true, man, I think we would have won a lot more games, I think, ourselves.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We have a knack for shooting the puck a little too high.
And I'm looking, and I don't know if it was an equipment issue, Marks, or if he's hurt, but...
Well, it looks like Harry is still on the bench, so it might not be an injury, but maybe something to do with the skate. Mitchell Kim pointed to something involving his hand, maybe. He was motioning with his hand, so I'm not sure if that has any indicator, maybe something with his glove.
Filardi will play it into the neutral zone, and Kuzlik will bank it off the boards, but he can't get it by Letard, and now here's Noah Austin with David Lytle. Here's Lytle with a shot, and it was deflected out of play by Davis. He just waited a second too long.
Yeah, that's kind of an unfortunate. Lytle's had he works hard, he's put himself in some really good opportunities, but unfortunately, he has a knack to wait a little bit too long to take the shot, and give credit to the Tampa defender for getting back, you know. Lytle's trying to put himself in a position to put the best shot on goal, and the defenseman just gets back in an act of desperation there.
There's David Lytle trying to get a backhand off and unable to, but he has the puck in the right corner. Lytle threw it towards the net, and that was intercepted there by Kuzlik, and Ryan Marks is coming back from the locker room, which is a very good sign for Embry-Riddle. Meanwhile, Tampa's on the attack. Davis, right half wall, tried to get by corner, couldn't do it, and now here's a potential 2-on-1 developing. Pass for Letarte going against Crockett, and Crockett played it well.
Yeah, give him credit. I mean, Adam tried to use that speed of his to get by him, and just didn't end up working there.
Pass for Madison was out of his reach, and good to see him back. He was the Tampa player that was down earlier, and he's still kind of nursing that left leg. I don't know if he's maybe just trying to skate it off or if he's just a little stiff, but he is out there.
And good to see Marks return as well. And with 4:28, I mean, it goes without saying that the next goal is going to be a big one.
Absolutely. So right now it's Turner Kaufman, Brantley Miller, and Adrian Deborah out there, and that pass in front, Minervini makes the save, and he'll hold on. Embry-Riddle took the shot advantage and then gave it right back to Tampa. It's now 35-32.
Well, as you said before, Shepard, that it's been a really tight contest, but in the last few minutes or so, Tampa's really stormed back and kind of reclaimed the control of the game that the Eagles kind of took from them in the beginning of the third period.
Well, and the big thing with that is the penalty kill. They killed off, a 5-on-3, a 4-on-3.
And they killed off a penalty where they sat down the assistant captain of the Eagles and kind of got away with it in a way, almost in a poetic sense they got away with it.
Brantley Miller gets that one in deep, and Kukas gave him a body. Crockett will play it around the boards. Now Ritter will play it up the boards, and Crockett now has it. Pass for him was out of his reach, and White Ebner has it behind the Embry-Riddle net. Crockett battles with Ebner. Now the puck comes out in front, and that hopped over the stick of Catalina. There's a shot there by Kukas, deflected wide. Brantley Miller can't get it out. Puck ends up in the neutral zone, and Miller lays up body, and that is... And Ryan Marks is going to go through neutral zone, but that is a very dangerous collision, and that is not... And he just got up from that.
But he is hunched over in some pain. That was by no fault of Miller. That was just a good hit. That was just a really bad setup from...
And what happened was he hit him, but there's the separator between the penalty box and the glass in that open area. And when he got hit, there was just that open gap area. So when he hit him, his body fell into the penalty box, but his head smashed up against the the red post. And they put padding on it, but it's not going to change how it feels on your neck.
It looked like from how that sounded, it looked like he didn't make contact with that padding.
And you know what I think of when I see that is Max Pacioretty against the Bruins.
Yeah, it's a scary play, and certainly rallying up the Tampa bench. It looks like Harry has gone off to check on the guy who got hit there. Sorry, his name's evading me right now, but they're having a discussion. It seems like the Tampa bench is wanting a call. I'm not gonna lie. I hope he's all right, but I don't see the need for.
It's just an unfortunate accident.
I don't see the need for a call on that by any means.
Maybe a little late hit, but it's just an unfortunate accident, and it's just kind of a weird place to get hit.
And it looks like the refs are gonna agree with that. He had just had the puck. It was more of a finishing hit. It was hands to chest. It was a push more than anything. It just caught him in a bad spot.
Adrian Deborah takes it off the faceoff, plays it back to Bryce Corner. His shot was deflected away. Here's Turner Kaufman in the corner. Kaufman will spin off his man, and now it's played back to the point for Jack Boken. Tampa will try and break out. Corner holds it in at the line with his glove. Bryce Corner makes a nice move, and he lost it, and Buck took it away from him. And Becariello is in the corner with Bryce Corner battling. Comes around to McCarthy, plays it around the boards, held in by David Lytle, plays it back around the boards. Becariello now for Tampa, played it back to the line. Boken held it in, walks the line, takes the shot, glove saved by Salgado, sits there loose, and he finally covers it up with Deborah, looking for some loose change. And Ritter has just come back onto the ice.
And that's a good sign to see. Looked like maybe Harry checked him out, figured out that he didn't have a concussion.
And that is unbelievable. He looked like he got right off the ice.
I mean, I give him credit. He got up on his own power pretty quickly after the hit. I mean, probably a bit stunned more than anything from what it looks like. But, we're very, very happy to see him back right now.
Kukas unable to get by Bryce Corner, and now Corner comes in 3-on-3, threw it towards the net, tried to find Letarte, unable to do it, and Pedro will play it back to the line, but not out. Corner, that was Boken that turned and fired, and that was blocked. Letarte will throw it back on net, looking for Austin. He's got it in the slot, and it was taken away.
And this looks like the Eagles are kind of going for broke in a sense, putting their top defensive players really on the ice at the same time. Corner and Boken are taking a lot of minutes.
That shot was deflected, and it went off the back of Davis and ended up in the corner. Puck played off the boards, and Letarte can't keep it in. Parrish battles with him just at the blue line, and Baranek will play it far side for Davis. Davis in over the blue line. 1.5 minutes to go in regulation. Backhand by Baranek, and that was blocked by Wyatt Ebner. Now Davis walking in. Baranek backdoor for Pedro, and he missed it.
And that was the game on his stick right there. That was just a tough turnover there right at the circles.
Baranek threw it out in front. Davis with the shot, and that was deflected wide by Ryan Knapp. He's going to play it off the glass in a weird bounce. Noah Austin will give it back to Knapp, who tries to get it out the second time. Ended up on Letarte's stick, and too many men. No!
They're going to let that go.
Kyle Usiak played it up the boards. It hit the skate of a Tampa player that was in the middle of changing, and there were 6 guys on the ice, but the refs let it go. Ritter now, watched by Fowler, gives him a bump. Kukas will play it up the boards. And Muchiga actually hesitated against Bryce Corner. It gave him a chance to get the puck. Corner fires a shot, and that was deflected out of play with 34.6 to go in regulation time.
I'm taking a minute to breathe, man. It's getting tense up here. This is exciting hockey, man. This is what you live for.
And this has been a pretty fast period. It's been a lot of fast-paced action back and forth.
And we'll look to see what can be done here on this face-off.
Corner throws it back behind the net. It was blocked there by Kukas, and now he's going to try to get the puck out. Corner pinches, and it's held in by Ryan Marks. Brantley Miller, Alex Fowler, and Ryan Marks out there right now. Here's McCarthy. Tried to cut to the inside on Jack Boken and couldn't do it. Brantley Miller makes his man miss. Now Ritter has it in the Tampa zone. Fowler on the forecheck. 8 seconds to go in regulation time. Puck sits in the right corner. It looks like Ritter just wants to run the clock out, and that's what he's going to do. We're going to see extra hockey in Daytona. Now we got some extracurricular activities going on after the whistle. Brantley Miller is involved.
I don't know if that surprises anyone, really.
Nope.
And we're going to see some extra hockey. It looks like Brantley was taken down from behind by his neck again, as that's been a really common way of sumo-plexing him.
If it was NFL, it would have been 2 penalties for horse collar tackle.
I have to agree.
Well, you think. Sometimes the reffing in the NFL can be questionable.
Yeah, that might be a discussion for another time, though. We might not have enough time left in the game to really get into that. It's exciting here. 5 minutes The refs are chatting. Everyone's getting a breather. And no zamming or anything of the sort.
But it's 4-on-4.
I do believe, yeah.
Yeah, and the ACHA does not do shootouts. So
they do not technically. Some of the conferences do it for their own conference standing, but the ACHA won't count it. But in the conferences, they will count it. So, like, for example, FAU won in a shootout against, I believe it was Georgia Tech this weekend. So they technically consider themselves still undefeated, but the ACHA considers it a 12-0-1 record, so with a tie. So we will see what happens here. 5 minutes at most, regardless of what happens. And a big opportunity for Embry-Riddle to jump up in the standings here.
Embry-Riddle has not lost in overtime. They have also not won in overtime. The only overtime game was a tie against UCF. Same with Tampa. They also have a tie. No overtime losses.
And the music is fitting here. It's a bit of a showdown. And I take that back. It looks like they will not be switching sides. Kind of surprised by that. Typically, you're supposed to in overtime.
Yeah, they give them the long change.
And we will see some 4-on-4 hockey here.
Baranek won that draw, and Tampa's going to take possession. Ritter has it behind the net, and he's going to give it to Baranek as he's going to start moving out. Alex Fowler, Ryan Marks, Bryce Corner, and White Ebner out there. And here's Baranek trying to cut to the middle, and that was broken up by Bryce Corner. Now here's Alex Fowler trying to move it up. Gives it to Ryan Marks down the left side. Ryan Marks against Davis. Takes the shot, was wide. Bryce Corner plays it for Marks in the corner. Couldn't get away from Davis, and he lost that battle. Davis plays it up the boards. Alex Fowler there to hold in. Fowler will play it back behind the net. Ryan Marks gives it back to Wyatt Ebner. Takes the shot. A blocked rebound in front, and it's off the goal post. Now it comes back to Bryce Corner. Takes the shot. It was wide.
I don't know how that stays out by any means.
Here's Pedro now. 1-on-3. He's just going to get that puck in. Wyatt Ebner is going to have some time here on the breakout. He plays it off the boards to David Lytle. He's got a 2-on-2. Lytle tried to take the shot. It was blocked. Picario will play it up to Parrish. Parrish and Crockett out there now for Tampa. Here's Parrish. Tried to cut to the middle. Did it, but he didn't get a shot off. David Lytle the other way now. Good back and forth hockey here. 3.5 minutes to go in overtime. Kukas and Lytle battle in the corner, but Kukas comes away with it. Played across now to Picariello. Crockett to Parrish. 2-on-3, and Ryan Knapp took it away. Played back to the point. Nobody was there. Picariello fell down.
Much to the enjoyment of the fans.
Here's Davis, tried to cut to the middle against Knapp, did a good job. Now here's David Lytle, 1-on-1. David Lytle takes the shot. It was blocked there by Ritter, and Parrish is going to stretch it out for Davis. Holds in at the line. Now gives it across to Hoffberg. Gives it to Buck. Buck, far side shot on Minervini, and he's going to play it to the corner. Wyatt Ebner chips it into the neutral zone. Noah Austin trying to get a step on Ritter, and they're going to call a high stick. 2.5 minutes to go in overtime.
It looks like we can finally talk about that that goal that seemingly was just not meant to be. It danced right on the line there. I mean, I thought that was as surefire a goal as anything there.
Alex Fowler shot it through Salgado's 5-hole, and it hit off the post, and Ryan Marks could not put it away.
It's just spun there on the line almost teasingly. That was just a tough break there for Embry-Riddle.
Austin won that draw. Boken will give it across to Bryce Corner. He's going to walk in and take a shot, and that was stopped by Salgado. 2:26 to go.
A lot of willingness by both teams to lay the body out. I'm not sure what exactly happened, but the net came off again. A Tampa player is down, and Noah Austin shrugging his shoulders. And it looks like nothing will come of...
Tampa bench wants a penalty.
Nothing will come of that, and no line changes. We'll stick right with what we've got.
Noah Austin loses that draw to Hoffberg. Now Davis is going to try to move it up. Hoffberg, 2-on-2 against corner. Gives it to Davis to the middle of the ice. Takes the shot and deflected there by Letarte. Davis comes to the front of the net. It's good. There's a shot. They score. Stephen Buck wins it in overtime for Tampa. 3-2. And in a game that could have gone either way in overtime, Tampa comes out on top.
And I mean, you can't deny the fact that Embry-Riddle had the chance. Maybe just a minute and a half ago, but it just wasn't meant to be. And Tampa takes a tightly contested game in overtime.
Tampa takes game 1 of the series. Game 2 will be tomorrow in Tampa. I want to thank you for tuning in. You've been watching the Embry-Riddle Game Day Network. I'm Jordan Shepard, joined alongside Andrew Caputo. We'll see you next week.